Okay guys, today we're going to be looking at Photoshop. This is the one that was the 7 mini projects. We're going to look at the spot healing brush tool, clone stamp tool, patch tool, and red eye tool first. That is, if you click on that link, it brings it up, and it's to show you first the basic tools in Photoshop, how it's all laid out, how you can find your hidden bars there, and then you guys need to read this if you don't understand what's happening with it, okay? The pictures are there to help you out, to show you what it's doing. And with each one of these, you can download. So whenever I go into Photoshop, I started off, this is after I got done with the man and woman. I'll get back to that. So all you have to do is drag and drop. We're going to start off with this one with the lady, the model here. Make that size tinier. So you can change your brush sizes up here. For her though, let's see. We're going to start with the spot healing brush tool, and all we're going to do is get rid of that little mole on her face. First one's done. That's literally all it is. Do File, Export as a quick PNG, and then save it to your desktop, okay? Then it's ready to turn in. You have to turn in the one that you edited, okay? Not save that for now. The next one up is Post Malone. And we're going to use the healing brush tool. So with this one, if you just click on it, it's going to say you have to alt click. So that means you have to hold on the alt button, click somewhere on here, and then that little crossbar is going to come up and show you what you're working with so that you know what you can get rid of. This one takes a couple of tries, a couple of times going over it to make sure that you can get rid of it. And if you really want to smooth it out, you can also go back to that spot healing brush tool and go over it, and it'll help clear up a little bit. For this one, I definitely want this one above his eyebrow gone. Honestly, you should try to get rid of at least the ones up here on his head. Maybe this here. I'm not really looking at the ones on his cheeks because those are a little bit harder to get rid of. So again, when you're done with that, you file, export, quick export as PNG. Okay. So again, that one is the spot healing brush tool, and then the healing brush tool. And then the next one. Okay. So with this one, we're going to do the clone stamp tool. Ideally, you should try to clone one of the flowers. I'm going to show you how to do the leaf over here. So I'm going to go get the clone stamp tool, hold on my alt key, and see how tiny that is. You might want to make that just a little bit bigger so that I can get a quicker done here. I'm doing the leaf. If you only do the leaf, I might not give you 100 on it, but try to do the flower if you can. Now, if I'm just quickly grading, we'll see. But yeah, that's just how the clone stamp tool works. You have to watch that crossbar again to show you where you're going with it. Okay. And then the next one is the patch tool. So we're going to go here and go to our patch tool. This one's really easy. You just go in patch, and then you move it over to somewhere that matches, hit deselect, and that's your patch tool. Okay. And then, okay, just to make sure you know how to get these, like if I was going to go over here for a red eye, I go open a new window and then download. Okay, and that's how you download your photos. And then once you have your photos that are over here, you just drag and drop. Okay, so again, if I'm going to do a bold red eye tool is right there. And just click. That's the red eye. And then, let's see. Okay, and then we have the, let's see. This is some vocabulary for you guys to go through so you can look and see what I might ask you questions about.